So, I finished Silent Hill F today. Uh, so I just wanted to do a little thing, a little rambly thing, because I don't think I can do a whole scripted video about my thoughts on it. Just because, well, one, I played it on my PS5, so I don't have footage of it. That's fun. I could have, every like 5 seconds, clipped it on the beautiful PS5 capture thing, but that would be a pain in the ass. Probably should just get a capture card at some point. That'd be nice, but I don't want to spend money on something I don't know if I'll use that much. But the main point is I want to talk about Silent Hill F, and probably some other stuff too if I feel like it. So we're getting this rambly review with probably some gameplay footage in the background, probably Minecraft or something. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently because it's fun and calming and it doesn't make me want to cry. Unlike this game, not because it's bad, but because I'll get into it now. I'll get into it. My main thoughts before actually starting the game was I was pretty excited for it. I didn't look at a lot of trailers or anything like that because I wanted to go in blind. I knew I liked Silent Hill, and it looked good from what I saw, so I was excited. I know a lot of people were dooming on the game because I don't know, like there's a woman in it. Oh no, I don't want to talk much about that because it's lame. Only lame people complain about that. And if you can't play a game where you play as a woman, then maybe you should not play any games. You should probably just go outside. Maybe meet a woman. That would be great for you, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the game. It's definitely a solid entry in the Silent Hill series. Everyone kind of knows that Silent Hill kind of fell off after 4, or even with 4, some people will say. I wouldn't say that because 4's kind of goated. But yeah, I'd say it's probably the best Silent Hill game since 4, probably, honestly. I know a lot of people like the Silent Hill 2 remake, but I have my own problems with that. Maybe I'll talk about it later. Maybe I'll do a whole other thing about it, because, dear God, I liked Silent Hill 2 remake. Clarification. But I like it because it's Silent Hill 2, and Silent Hill 2 is a great game. I have a problem with the remake, and I feel like a lot of people don't acknowledge that. I'm supposed to be talking about Silent Hill F here. But yeah, it's very different from the previous Silent Hill games. It's probably like the most different from any other that I can really think of. It being set in Japan and not being like American focused, since that was the original goal of Silent Hill, to appeal to America and Western audiences. It's kind of weird actually that it took us this long to get a Silent Hill in Japan, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good concept. I think they did a very good job of it. I'm not gonna lie and say I know much about Japanese culture or the norms in there. Just because I watch Dragon Ball on loop constantly doesn't mean I know shit. Dragon Ball's Chinese anyway. Not main Chinese, but based off Chinese, doesn't matter. But yeah, it fits the tone of Silent Hill game very well, but it kind of changes certain aspects, mainly due to it just being at a different place. I do like that it's doing its own thing, but at the same time, I would want this to be like the standard for Silent Hill games. I wouldn't mind like another Silent Hill game similar to this one, maybe a Silent Hill F2. Well, I guess that would make this Silent Hill F1. I don't know, that could be interesting, but I wouldn't want it to be like every Silent Hill game plays like this, it looks like this. I would really, really love if they went back to something similar to the older games, even though I doubt Konami is going to put money towards a game that plays like a PlayStation 2 game, or looks like a PlayStation 2 game, even though, honestly, if they basically just made a new PS2 game that was like a new Silent Hill, and they just slapped that shit on the PS2, I'd buy the shit out of that. They could price it at 100, I'd probably buy it, because that's like a lot of things people don't talk about is that a lot of like newer stuff is just not gonna capture like new gen consoles and stuff with like realistic graphics and all that shit. That's above my pay grade. It's very impressive. Don't get me wrong, I love games with beautiful graphics. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games. It's beautiful. But Silent Hill 2 works best as a PS2 game. I don't make the rules. And maybe I'm just an old fella. I'm not that old, I'm only 20. I didn't grow up with Silent Hill anyway, so I played the games like, is it like 2 years ago? God, time passes fast, I hate that. But the point is, for a modern Silent Hill game, this is pretty good. It's really good even. especially with how it like plays. I think how it plays is better than Silent Hill 2 Remake. I brought it up again, especially like the storage, the handling of like items and like the like storage system. I think that is done like a lot better than Silent Hill 2 because you actually have a limit to what you can carry in F, and I feel like they give you enough stuff to like there's like enough items around and you can like pick and choose, but sometimes you gotta pick certain items over others. Whereas in the Silent Hill 2 remake, I feel like I didn't have like enough items. Like I feel like from what I've heard in Silent Hill 2 remake, I'm gonna talk about this. Is that they use like a certain system to like, oh, the game will like know if you have a lot of health items, they won't give you any health items. If you have a lot of ammo, they won't give you a lot of ammo. If you don't have a lot of ammo, some ammo might show up. But I feel like that system might be broken because when I played the game, I feel like I exclusively got like a lot of ammo, but not enough health items. And I used the shit out of health items. I fucking used them like I was gonna die. But like, I don't know. I feel like the system was broken in Silent Hill 2 Remake. It's done a lot better here. It feels like they actually placed, instead of just leaving up to chance, they placed certain items around the map and like actually thought about, you know, how they could be used and if they would be useful at that time. And as well as like, you know, keeping it balanced and fair so that you don't have too much, since they've limited how much stuff you can carry. Yeah, I think that's a cool system that could be implemented well in future Silent Hill games. Maybe even in the Silent Hill remake. It's coming out next year, probably not because it's made by Bloober Team again, so it's probably gonna be the same as Silent Hill remake, but enough about Silent Hill 2 remake. I'll talk about that another time, maybe later, I don't care. Yeah, the gameplay is pretty good for the most part. I've already mentioned how I like the storage system, the carrying system, whatever. The fighting itself, I'd say is pretty solid. It's not like insanely good. Like this isn't like fucking insert a game with good gameplay here, but it gets very tiring after a while, especially like near the end where you have to repeatedly fight the same like it's like the big pregnant monster. The monster designs in this game are great, by the way. I really like the big pregnant monster. It's like really creepy, even if it's like a bit on the nose. But yeah, the monster designs are really good in this game overall. But having to fight the big pregnant monster over and over again, just as I'm trying to travel through the map and go to my designated area that I have to go to, it's annoying. And I've seen some people complain that you can't avoid enemies at all, which isn't true. Definitely, like earlier stages in the game, you can avoid enemies. I find it's a bit harder and more difficult than previous Silent Hill games, which is good. I feel like if you are gonna have avoiding enemies as an intentional part of your game, it's good to make that a bit more challenging. But definitely later on, you're very much forced to fight enemies, which, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say it's like a bad thing, but when you have to like keep on doing it, like especially because you kind of have to do, well, you do kind of have to do New Game Plus like a minimum of like 3 times if you want the true ending. It's just not that fun. But the gameplay overall it's solid. It works. It's kind of like Dark Souls, you know? You ever played Dark Souls? I've played a lot of Souls games. I haven't played a lot, but I played like enough. I never completed one because it's too hard for me. I'm a dumb baby gamer. But let's move on. The game itself, it costs a hard $70 or £70. That's £70 for me because I live in the goddamn United Kingdom. And, you know, most games nowadays are a big 70. Personally, I was fine paying for it because it's Silent Hill. It's Silent Hill. I'll play it. I gotta play Silent Hill, dog. It's one of my favorite gaming franchises, so I'm happy to pay the 70. Well, not happy to pay the 70. I'm not doing it with a big smile on my face, but I'm fine with it. I also can, like, you know, spend 70 and be fine financially wise. And I'm sure the majority of Silent Hill fans too will also, you know, be okay with paying that price. But like, if you've never played Silent Hill before, I'd probably play some of the older games before paying full price for this one, or at least like waiting till it goes on sale, something like that. Just like, I don't know, maybe this might not be, it might not be for you, and you don't want to spend $70 on a game that's just not for you, or you don't like it or whatever. Most of the games, like, on like a first run, it is like 10 to 12 hours, but you're probably going to be doubling that because you have to do the New Game Plus, as I said before. If you want to get the true ending, you have to do it 2 times. And I've what's the name now? It's Ryukishi. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm very dumb. I can't read very well because I'm dumb. But he used to work on. He might still be working on visual novels. I don't know. He made visual novels is the important thing, and I've heard that a lot of that, something he has done before, is going through it again to get like, the full experience or whatever. That works well with a visual novel because you can like easily skip certain parts. I've recently read through Chaos Ed, which is a great visual novel. Read it right now, or I'll probably talk about Chaos Ed another time. Maybe I'll make a little video about that. That would actually be pretty fun. But I think you can do in visual novels, and I think you could do in Chaos Ed, is skip. It just fast forwards through stuff you've already seen, and it pauses at like at the new content, which is great because then you have to go through all the same shit again. Unfortunately, in this game, you can't do that because it's not a visual novel. It is a fully blown. I want to say AAA. It is Konami, so I'm going to say AAA. Fuck you, Konami, by the way. Mandatory, I have to say that. Or Jeff Keighley will beat my ass. But yeah, it's. I have to personally, going through this, I was like, hey, I played the game 4 times. Now to think about it, I think I only did 3, but I had to redo the ending bit like 2 times because one of the ending requirements is purifying the sword. And so I think I just went back onto that before I purified the sword and just did the ending where you don't do it. But yeah, the endings in this game, they aren't kind of like the previous games, like in Silent Hill 2. God bless Silent Hill 2. We all love that game. Where you like, depending on like what your actual actions are in game, it will affect your ending. So say if you like stop beating the shit out of monsters, you get the cool murder guy ending. I'm making shit up, but you get what I mean. Or if you take a lot of damage, you don't heal, you get the ending where James does a little Tokyo drift, in the ocean. But in Silent Hill F, it's very much okay. The only like gameplay mechanic that you don't like have to do is just take these red pills, which is cool. I like how, I'm not sure if you play, because like when you're playing for the game first, not knowing anything, of course you're gonna take them to heal you. They're good, but it is what gives you like the first ending. I am kind of curious that if you go, or if you go through the game fully like fresh, and you just don't take them anyway. I'm curious if you can get the other endings anyway, because I'm not sure, because I think you can only get like the sword, which is required for like the other endings. You can only get the sword on New Game Plus, so I don't think so. But that would be cool. But yeah, the endings. The first ending you get is unsatisfying, but it's on purpose. It's pretty mysterious. I'm trying to remember the other 2 endings. It's kind of a blur. I don't think I like the other 2 endings that much. I think that's why I don't remember them that much. I remember the one where it was Shu and I think it's Kotayuki, the Fox Max guy. Yeah, Kotayuki. Shu and Kotayuki are like pissed off at each other, and it's like, well, we both like Hinako, so I guess we're both cool. And Hinako's just there like, can you stop talking to me like that? Shit. They're like, I guess we're cool. Then it just ends in like a really it ends in quite a fucked up way. I think that's the one that ends in quite a fucked up way, where Hinako's face is just on the floor. That might be the other ending though, because I cannot remember it. I think. No, I'm just drawing a complete blank, but it's one of them. But speaking of ending though, UFO ending, I quite liked that one because it was funny. It was a little wacky. It was like a manga style ending. I like a bit of manga, as you might know. I made a video about Kagurabachi. It's fucked up that they don't let him finish the fucking drawings. If you've been reading Kagurabachi Weekly, you may have noticed that some of it is just unfinished, and I don't blame. I don't remember his name. We call him Horizontal, but I don't blame the artist. I blame the fucking Shonen Jump Weekly thing. Just give him a month off. Okay, just let him finish the drawings. I'm talking about shit that's not Silent Hill F again. UFO ending was good. Part of me did kind of wish it was like in a visual novel style, just because it, calls back to Rikishi's previous works and whatnot. But it's still very funny, satisfying UFO ending that I like. And also the dog shows up in it. I love that dog. I love that dog. What the dog doing? But yeah, the true ending I did really like though. It's very satisfying. I like how it focuses on Hinako. Hinako is easily the best character in this game. It's not that hard because I don't like many of the side characters in this game, unfortunately. But Hinako is so good. She's probably one of the best, probably top 3 Silent Hill protagonists. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely top 3, honestly. Top 3 is probably Heather, James, and then Hinako, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad it focuses on her and her achieving her freedom, and she just kind of gets to do what she wants, and that's I like to see that. What I don't kind of like about it is how Kotayuki is kind of, I don't know, he just feels he's a strange character. I don't like him very much. I don't want to say that actually because I feel like I could be convinced oh okay, I kind of like him now, but he's strange, dog. He's strange. I feel like a lot of the game he's a mysterious fellow, and you're like, oh, do I trust him? Do I not? But unfortunately, I was on team don't trust his ass. He's a fucking weirdo. But for most of the game, he's just a weird guy until you learn. Oh, okay, I guess that's why he's been doing this. But he does actually kind of care for Hinako. He's probably not complete. He's not evil. He's just kind of. I feel like the point they were going for him was, and this goes it kind of goes for Shu as well. It's that male men are also victims of the patriarchy. It's kind of show oh, this kind of society is bad for everyone involved because it just kind of puts people in positions they don't want to be in. But unfortunately, I find the 2 male characters in this game I don't like very much. But on Kodayuki, I feel like I could be brought around to kind of liking him, even if I feel like his the kind of thing you empathize with him. It's very rushed, basically. What I want to say, when I feel like he's just they want you to empathize with him, but they don't give you a lot of time to really come to understand him. He's too much of a mysterious bastard. Meanwhile, with Shu, the other main male protagonist, male main character or side character, he's just kind of supposed to be your best friend, partner, but he's always yeah, we're best friends, we're partners, but he's kind of useless and doesn't do much. Which yeah, it's fine. It's a horror game. You want the player to be scared and have to deal with shit themselves. But I feel like Shu could have been more useful instead of being a weird bastard who just, I don't know. I just feel again, I felt like he was underdeveloped. I feel like they were going for something with him, but he just didn't get a lot of time to do jack shit. So a lot of the time, especially with the friend characters, are oh yes, remember, we are friends, and we have been friends for a long time. And I want to say I don't feel oh yeah, I can tell they're friends or whatever. But I don't know, they could have developed certain relationships a bit more. And also, Shu does some kind of fucked up stuff. He basically, direct capsules and shit. He basically drugs Hinako, and they just kind of gloss over it. I wouldn't say they glorified her or anything, but I feel like you could have addressed that a bit more thoroughly. But again, out of all the like side characters, I think Rinko is probably the best one. I started off not really liking her because she was kind of annoying, but that's kind of the point. Like, she was kind of like mean, but you get why. She's, in a patriarchal society, as I said before, where women are usually put against each other, and like, you gotta fight for love, even if I don't think Hinako really is your competition there, Rinko. I just think she doesn't like you very much. But enough about that. I can see what they were doing with her character, and I think it was pretty well executed. Unlike Shu and the Fox guy, what does Fox say? Mr. Fox guy, fantastic Mr. Fox, more like underwhelming, and probably could have used some more actual time, and we could probably learn more about him, Mr. Fox. But yeah, I feel like outside of Hinako, side characters aren't that well. I think her parents are pretty good, even though like her parents are like barely characters in them. But when you kind of get like her Hinako's relationship with her parents, and this is a certain scene near the end of the true ending, where Hinako's talking to her mother, and it's a very good scene. Like honestly, all the performances in this game are like top notch. They're great, but this scene is really good, especially with Akira Yamaoka's music. He's back again, and he's still so good. Like it's crazy how like he's made like all the music he's made for these games are like continuously really good, and like he's been doing it for like what, like 2 decades now, maybe more. Jesus. But yeah, that scene as well as the scene where Hinako, like there's some scenes where Hinako's talking to herself. They're always great. There's also a scene where she's talking to herself and like her father like apologizing for being a bellend. Those are great. But yeah, Jeff Keighley, you should give that girl an Oscar right now. Otherwise, I will come to your house, and no, I won't. Jeff Keighley, I don't know where you live, and I wouldn't go anyway if I did. I don't have any business with you. But yeah, performances in this game, really good. But again, I feel like my main complaint is just that it's a bit underwhelming in certain aspects. It could have been developed a bit more thoroughly. Maybe, but I mean, like, Hinako herself, great character. I feel like they did. The main focus was just to get her story across, and I think that's probably the most important thing. But it would have been nice if some of the other characters, some of the other side characters could have gotten some more development. I know, like, some of the side characters in like Silent Hill games don't matter that much, or they don't have that big of a focus. But even then, they have some really good side characters from like fucking Silent Hill 2. Angela's probably like my favorite character in that game. Like she only has like a handful of scenes. They gave her an extra scene in Silent Hill 2 remake. And that's one of the things I praise it for, because that's a pretty good scene. I like Angela. And like Lisa in the first game as well. People fucking love Lisa. She's iconic. Main important thing is Hinako's well developed. She has a great story, and she's one of the best protagonists in the series. Let's be real. Overall, the game is good. The game is really good, I'd say. I prefer it like greatly over the Silent Hill 2 remake, which you probably already made clear. I don't want to talk shit about it too much because I know a lot of people like the game, and I like it too. It's just I have thoughts on it. But if you love if you like the game, it's great for you. It's great for you. But yeah, Silent Hill F. It's a great step in the right direction for the series. This has been like completely, basically dead for like a while now, and I got revived with Silent Hill 2 remake. I won't say anything. And now we're getting more stuff, and I like this. It's fucking Silent Hill Townfall's the next one, I think, unless Silent Hill 1 remake comes up before it. I think that's 2027 though for Silent Hill 2 remake, and I don't know. I will actually check now. Silent Hill Townfall. Leaks are saying, we don't have an official release date, but they're saying like March 26, 2026. I feel like if that were the case, it would have been announced by now. That feels like soon. It's like October right now, and I guess they wouldn't want to like announce it so close after releasing an old one, but I don't know. I think Resident Evil's coming out like February, January next year. They might push it back just to. Well, I guess March wouldn't be that close, but I don't know. Ooh, I don't think it'll come out March next year. Let's be real. It might come out some point next year. That'd be great. But I know I'm very interested in seeing what Townfall's about, though. I hope it continues. I hope the series continues to be good. I really hope they make a PS2 style game again. That'd be great. I would really like that. But yeah, dreams don't come true sometimes. So what you gonna do about it? Is there anything else I wanted to say? The fog. The fog is really good in the game. I kind of like Silent Hill 2. There wasn't enough fog. It wasn't thick enough. Silent Hill 2 remake, just to clarify, not the original Silent Hill 2. Unless you're playing the original Silent Hill 2 and the Silent Hill X HD collection. That's the one where it was not good. They got rid of it because there was no point to it, I guess. We don't need the fog in the fucking Silent Hill game. But yeah, fog in Silent Hill F is really good. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to say. The fog is really important in the Silent Hill game. You gotta understand this. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna move on to and talk about some other games that I have been playing recently. I haven't finished, but more of like a first impressions kind of thing, I guess. Ooh, I've been playing Ghost of Yotei. It's Ghost of Yotei, I think. It's Ghost. Because I've heard people say it like so many different ways. By that I mean either Tei or Tai. That's like two different ways. I've just learned about numbers. They're new to me. But yeah, it's great. Yeah, I really like Ghost of Tsushima, but it took me a while to actually get into it. I think learning that the sequel was coming out really pushed me to like, okay, I'll give this another go, and I really got into it like a couple months ago. That game was a great story and great gameplay as well. I feel like a lot of games that focus on having a good story sometimes don't focus on the gameplay as much. I don't know. I do know actually. I've played quite a few of those games. But yeah, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima is an excellent game. I feel like more games should try to be kind of similar to it. But I did feel in the gameplay it was a bit clunky, not like the most smoothed out system. Maybe that's just me. But I feel like Ghost of Yotei, sorry again. I got used to saying Yotei, but I think it's Yotei. I think there's a Yotei in the game. I should probably play it again. I've been busy playing Silent Hill 2, not Silent Hill 2. I'm playing Silent Hill F, basically all day, just because I wanted to get that done, get my thoughts out about it. But yeah, Ghost of Yotei. I feel like it's smoothed out a lot of the gameplay, and it's just so good to play. It's so fun. I feel like the story is not going to be as good though. That's like, I think I've only seen like the start bit, but you can kind of tell it's not going to be strong. It's not going to be a strong story as the first game, but I'm kind of fine with that, honestly. If I can trade like a little bit better gameplay for an iffy story or whatever, it might get better as it goes on. Who knows? But as of right now, it's a fine story. It's serviceable, but the gameplay is. The added bounties, I love bounties. Give me bounties in more games, please. Red Dead Redemption 2 had bounties, they were great. This game, I feel like, it's just got a lot going for it. I don't know. I should have some things to say other than bounties are cool. Oh! But yeah, I really like the bounty system. The game itself is very beautiful. It's honestly like one of the, probably like the second time maybe I've been playing a game where like this is like worth getting a PS5 for. Like because of like your other game was Astrobot and maybe Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 has great gameplay and it looks very good. The story's a bit shit though in it, And Astrobot, well, it's like I love Astrobot. I really want to play it again. I 100% in it. I want to do it again though. That's a great game, but it's not like graphically impressive. It is like great graphics, but I feel like if it was like a PS3 game, I would still enjoy it as much. If it was like something of that quality and not on PS5, it's like the graphics aren't like the main draw to it, even if it does have really good graphics. But like Ghost of Yotei, that game was very beautiful. It was there's a meme a lot. You might have seen it called Fing, and then Fing Japan. Unfortunately, sometimes Fing Japan is very beautiful. Not to say that regular Fing can't be beautiful, but you know, Fing Japan is it's quite exquisite. Not gonna lie. If you don't know what that is, that's not gonna make any sense to you. I'm very sorry. Most of this isn't probably gonna make any sense. I'm rambling, and that's kind of the point. I might actually call it that. I might call it rambling. Anyway, Ghost of Yotei. Beautiful game. It's very fun to play. I like games where you use a sword to kill people. It's very fun. Swords are cool. That's the main takeaway, honestly. Swords are really cool. But yeah, I might talk about it more once I actually complete the game. I do want to do more of these, even if, like, I'm incoherent a lot of the time. I'm very stupid. But, you know, I might come back when I'm done. You know, get some full thoughts in, because I've really enjoyed it so far. It's just been fun. Like, I only just recently left the first area. I don't think I've done everything in it, but I did. Like, I was just kind of like focusing on like exploring that, seeing the stuff that's getting, like, you know, the bounties. As I've mentioned before, you might know, if you were listening to like me 5 seconds ago, I really like the bounties. But there's other stuff too. You can find like these. You can find like the baths. You find like the shrines you can pray at to get more like skill points. I don't like skill trees for the most part, but I'm pretty fine with them in this game. Just because, you know, you don't just get skill trees for like leveling up. You actually have to find the shrines and pray to them. And also, I feel like it just works better in this game than some other games. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza is a great game. Why does it have a skill tree? It's so dumb. I hate the skill tree system in that game. I love the game itself, but they gotta make it good. They gotta make a better skill tree. But yeah, skill tree, it doesn't bother me in Yotei. I got it right. Fuck yes. This is not right. I don't know. I played the game and I don't know. But yeah, Yotei is pretty epic bacon. Another game that came out recently though is Pokemon Legends ZA. I've been playing that on my Nintendo Switch 2 that I got on launch day because I'm a filthy Nintendo bastard. I'm not like, I'll be the first to admit that I am a Nintendo cock, if you will. But you know, I have complaints about Nintendo. I really wish they didn't price Mario Kart Worlds at fucking, what was it, $80? I don't think it's that here. I think it's a bit less. But that's still fucking insane. It's Mario Kart. And like, I feel like they just did that to like push people towards the bundle. But I feel like people would buy the bundle anyway. As much as I love the games and I love the people who work on the games, even if they keep it hidden for some reason, they don't let you know shit. I feel like, yeah, I'm about a Nintendo out. I think Nintendo's probably one of the, when it comes to like treating their employees at least, I feel like they are better than some other companies like Microsoft. Microsoft can go suck my dick, okay? Maybe not. Don't tell them that legally. I am recording this on a Windows PC, so they probably didn't hear that. Sorry, Bill Gates. Is Bill Gates still alive? Someone could go check up on it, maybe. I don't care actually. But yeah, I feel like Nintendo's better at like treating their employees, as far as we know, compared to like Microsoft and like other development teams that do a lot of crunching and whatnot. Nintendo's just kind of doing their own thing. They feel a lot separate. Not to say that they aren't shitbags a lot of the time. You don't have to ban every fan game. You can let some of them live. You know. But yeah, I feel like Nintendo hate, especially recently, has been kind of overblown. The price of Nintendo Switch 2 in America is, you know, it's not good, but honestly, like it was like 420, 430 in the UK. That's a pretty, well, at least with Mario Kart World, that's the one I got. I thought that was a pretty good deal, especially compared to like, you know, fucking PS5 and like Xbox Series, which are like 500, 400, 400, 500, definitely 500. It's like not like the biggest upgrade from the Switch. Well, it is a pretty big upgrade from the Switch. It's not like, it's not like buying a PS5 that's powerful, but as someone who's had a Switch for like a couple of years, like I think it was like at the end of 2017, of like the release year, maybe it was 2018. I trying to remember now. It doesn't matter. But I've had my old Switch for a while. I got a lot of. I feel like I got a lot of use out of it. I did play a lot on it. But I feel like I didn't get much out of like handheld stuff, especially later in life when my Joy-Cons got fucked. So by stick drift, so that wasn't enjoyable at all. I was very excited to upgrade the Switch too. Mainly because it's the first time when I'm big now. I can buy my own consoles, Mom, and I did buy it. I did buy it on my own. Day one. It was a pain in the ass to pre-order because I pre-ordered from Game UK. A lot of people out there who ordered from Game. I've seen people. I've met actual people with the same problem as me because Game cancelled the pre-orders for like everyone, and then they fucked up and they had to like, oh, get everyone the pre-orders back. By the time like they did that, I had already found like a different place to order from. Then I got my Switch day one, thank God. I was worried I wouldn't, even though I feel like if I didn't, it wouldn't have been that big a deal. But like getting this new console day one, it was a really fun experience. I don't know. It felt like Christmas as a kid, you know, when you, I don't know. Some of you might not have had good Christmas as children. That's just kind of a skill issue. I'm sorry, that was very mean. I hope you have good Christmases from here on out. But yeah, it was fun. As much as you can complain about the Switch too, you can complain about like prices. Even though, aside from like the $80 Mario Kart, like Sony and Microsoft have been pricing the shit at like $70 for a while now. But you know, I enjoy the console. I think it's wonderful. Even if, you know, there's a certain guy who's making them a bit more expensive in America. You know, maybe you should stop doing that and probably stop doing a lot of things. But you know, don't worry about him. But yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA. I didn't play the previous Pokemon Legends games. Around that time, I kind of fell off being in the Pokemon once the Nintendo Switch came out. I did play Pokemon Violet. That's the only one I played on my regular Switch, and I actually quite liked it. My hands up. I actually quite like Pokemon Violet, Scarlet Violet. That is the ones that launched very buggy. I didn't play it on launch. I put it in like November time, I think. Or right before, maybe it was right after Christmas. I think it was right after, maybe, because I had some money to spare. Yeah, I played it. I enjoyed it. I just had a really good time with it. Like that's my thing. I think most like mainline Pokemon games I really like because they're simple fun. I am autistic, so I think I'm kind of like wired to think that. But yeah, Legends is slightly different from like regular Pokemon. I wasn't sure how different though. I'm not sure because Arceus. I'm not sure how similar Arceus is to ZA. I assume it basically like the same format. But yeah, I think ZA Legends, this format they use for like fighting, it's a very good twist on like the Pokemon format. Instead of being like turn-based, you just kind of have to wait for like moves to refresh and stuff. Weirdly, it reminds me of like the Final Fantasy VII remake, where they're like, it's like you're doing stuff, you're not waiting, you gotta just kick their ass. So my brain is fried right now. It is past midnight. That's not excuse. I wake up past midnight all the time. Don't wake up. I'm up past midnight like all the time. But but yeah, I've been enjoying Pokemon Legends. Yeah, like I quite like the ranking system. I shared that like you don't actually go for like letters individually. I feel like at some point you like shoot up the ranks. Like you go from like B to F, I think. Which I guess is spoilers, but also I was spoiled for it, so it doesn't really matter. This is a Pokemon game. Spoilers don't matter. No one cares. I mean, some people care about like the Pokemon story, but like, no one cares enough for like spoilers, unless like there's something like fucking big that happens, like Goku shows up. That'll be weird. I guess Nimona is basically Goku. Anyway, so far we've been having a good time, and I've been like using it in handheld mode. Like I've just been taking it out the dock, going on my bed, like playing it all, and it's really fun. It looks very good in like handheld mode. I'll switch to because yeah, there's a Switch 1 version and a Switch 2 version. I'm not sure what it looks like on the Switch 1, but Switch 2, the game looks really good. Like, graphics wise, like I know people complain about how Pokemon looks, and I feel like the problem is not really with the graphics, it's more like the style. It's not like the most realistic style, obviously, but I don't know. I know some people don't like jive with the style. I think it's alright. I've come to appreciate it, especially mainly because I'm nostalgic for like Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Like it basically uses the same style, except this is more like it's not on a DS, so it's like, you know, less fucking blurry and pixelated. But yeah, the style's alright. The graphics are good. I don't know why people are saying the graphics. I don't know. Maybe it's the Switch 1 version that kind of sucks. I could see that because Pokemon Violet didn't look the best, but I don't know. I don't have the Switch 1 version, so I can't play it unless you can. No, because I got the cartridge. I got the Switch 2 cartridge, and they don't fit in the regular Nintendo Switch. I was gonna say like maybe I could try it on the Switch, but no, that wouldn't work. But yeah, I'm having fun. I like Pokemon. I'm autistic. I'm supposed to. I'm legally I have to. If I don't, I will be sent away. But yeah, the game, Pokemon Legends. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a fun game. It is a fun game. I'm probably gonna like rank it. Not like I have a list of like every year I play all the games I play that come out that year. I think number one for 2025 now is 100 Line Last Defense Academy, which I still haven't finished because that game is huge, and I last played it like August now. I'm looking at something else again. Sorry. Pardon me. But yeah, it's I feel like Pokemon Legends here will sit comfortably, like if not high up, at least like in the middle, somewhere in the middle. It'll probably be like right there. Unless something like really good or really terrible happens, like I don't know, fucking the game explodes. I don't know, make your Switch explode. I would probably hate it if it did that, because I paid a lot of money for that shit. But yeah, the game's fun. It's Pokemon. What do you expect? It's a pretty fun time. Nothing like that'll blow your mind, but something that might blow up your Switch. It won't do that. I should probably say I don't think it blows up your Switch, at least as far as I know. I haven't played the game yet, but I doubt it would. Unless I would like maybe put it somewhere in the Switch where it's not supposed to be. Maybe that'll blow it up. But I feel like that's kind of on you at that point. Anyway, so is there anything else I want to talk about? I've been playing Fighters recently. I got a big update. That game continues to be very fun. I've been playing more Multi-Blood. Multi-Blood's fun. I like fighting games. I made a video on fighting games. I did that for college. I'm no longer in college, and that's kind of depressing. I really like college. It's what made me. It's what like really pushed me into like making more videos and shit. You can hear my mouse tapping. Ignore that. But yeah, like as far as games go, as I mentioned before, I finished Chaos Head visual novel. It's really good. You should read it right now. If that's like the only thing, if that's the only thing you take away from this video, is read Chaos Head, and maybe play Silent Hill F if you're into Silent Hill. I can't afford it. But yeah. I hope to. Oh yeah, fucking Danganronpa 2x2. That was announced. That's basically gonna be Danganronpa 4. Let's be real. Guess what 2 times 2 is? It's 4. -1. That's 3. Quick maths. But yeah, I'm gonna be buying that day one. Sorry, probably buying it on Steam so I can actually get footage for it, and maybe I can make a little video about it. I wanted to make a video out of Violet, but we just didn't get around to it. I don't think. That's because I'm lazy, really. But yeah, I mean we might still make a video about it, but maybe when we get like a new trailer or more information. That's my rambling session I'm doing. I'll probably do another one of these at some point in the future. If you really hated it though, you can tell me to go fuck myself. It probably won't change anything, but I will be a bit confused and maybe a little sad. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing my ramblings.